Bossy, Brad was just in here saying he's never seen numbers like that in a loss. What did you make of it being on the winning side?
Oh, it was territory versus efficiency, wasn't it? When you looked at the game itself, certainly through the third quarter, they had complete dominance against us. We just couldn't get the ball out of our back half, but they also couldn't score, so it was hard to score. But credit to them, they're able to pin us in a lot. We had 38 backer centres. That's just an extraordinary number. I think coming into the last quarter, we had 24 inside 50s. I'm not sure what they had, but that seemed low to me. So, but then to correct it, I mean, it's one thing to be under pressure. The chance to be able to get three-quarter time and reset and hold as best as we possibly could, and then go into the break and be able to reset for the boys to be able to come out at three-quarter time and do what they did. Sort of shows the belief, I think, that's growing within this team. And the last probably 3 weeks we've played against some quality opposition and we've run out the game really strong. So to beat us, you've got to go 4 quarters, and that's something that we've had to develop as a football team over the last little while. It hasn't sort of just arrived. It's been something we've been working on for quite a while.
If you look back 12 months ago, you had 4 wins this time last year. Now you've got 9 and you're sitting in second spot. I mean, it's a massive difference, and it takes a lot of pressure off the second half.
It does, but it also probably shows you how quickly things can change. So, don't take for granted where you are, and we've had to earn our right to get here. I look at where the season's at and our consistency, and we've had good visibility on the competition compared to what we've played against. I think out of the last 11 rounds, we've played all of the top 10, so we've got a really clear visibility about where we are and what we've got to get to work on, and clearly there's still some gaps that we need to address. But you'd say in terms of things we've had to go to work on from early in the year to now, we're certainly producing a lot more consistent performance.
In the past, we'd seen Carlton win, driven by Walsh, by Cripps, and they didn't have to do it tonight. That must be a pleasing aspect of it.
And time again, I think we're proving that. It's, I guess the change in the culture is not feeling like we need to rely on one person to get it done. And we've talked about giving roles status within our team. And I think one of the real strengths amongst our leaders is sort of asking that question. Is like, if it's not my day today, I've got to make it somebody else's. And sometimes you've got to acknowledge that it isn't your day as the leader, but you've got to make it somebody else's. And fortunately, there was enough guys that stepped up as well, but they still held their own. They still did a pretty good job, but others come to the fore, which was pleasing to see.
Do you feel validated sitting in second place? I mean, much of the year it's been Sydney and then the rest, and there's been a lot of respect for you guys, as sort of many people thinking you're the second best team. Do you feel you are where you deserve now?
Oh, we are where we deserve. The ladder doesn't lie. And we've had to do it with some challenges, so it hasn't been smooth sailing. I mean, as I said, we've been facing these top teams week after week after week, and we've had some challenges, but with that's come opportunity as well. So we've taken that as an opportunity to be able to try a few things and see where we can grow next. And as it's turned out, there's been a couple of roles that have merged and maybe just helped us out a little bit.
Can you talk to us about the Zach Merritt job? Elijah Hollands in the centre bounces, and then he'd go forward, and Chincotta would follow him around. Can you talk about how that developed throughout the week?
No, we don't disclose that too much. We'll keep you looking behind goals to work that one out. But look, he's done a great job. He's he's clear task focus, and you see now. He's powerful. He's strong over the ball, doesn't get knocked off it. He's powerful. He's hard to beat. So it was something we thought about probably as a match committee over a month ago, maybe a bit longer than that. Sorry, because he's been doing it for the last 3 weeks, hasn't he? So, but he's been able to take on those jobs and do them very, very well. And it's been good because his teammates have helped him around him and sort of helped put him where he needs to be. And he's got that confidence from the other guys to be able to get that job done, and enables our mids to be able to go and get to work.
What about Elijah? The role he played, and then obviously the 3 goals at a time when you were struggling to kick goals for a lot of it.
Yeah, look, you improve your system a couple of different ways. One's obviously you try to consistently execute it a bit better, and you're always looking for ways to make that bit better, and then the other way is to add some personnel to it. And with Elijah coming in, and Certainly early days through pre-season, it's gone back a long way now, but he showed a really high level to be able to understand the game, his decision-making and thinking through roles like that. So we had an enormous amount of confidence about what he could do coming into the year, and he's been able to execute that extremely well. And as a result of it, hopefully our system is benefiting from that. Now tonight, he was able to hit the scoreboard. And I think that's another pleasing aspect. We're getting multiple, goal scorers now. It's not just through, a couple of guys. They can do that if we need it to. I'll never stop encouraging that, just so you know. But it's nice to be able to, when the ball hits the floor, there's some dangerous players.
How is Harry? He came off, looked pretty ginger, but came back on late with some new strapping. What's the update?
Yeah, shoulder. So we'll assess that. So he got obviously hit in the shoulder. So they assessed that. What was that in the last quarter? So he was able to strap it and come back on. But for me to be able to form a prognosis out of it, I don't know. I'll have to wait till Monday to find that out.
What did you make of the contest with his brother?
It was a pretty tough one. Yeah, it's yeah, I'm sure it's. I'm sure Tracy's sitting there and going, "Thank God that's over," because, as I said, you always just dreaded Mum's phone call on Monday, just to make sure nothing happened and sinister. But look, they had a great contest. They had a really, really good contest. Obviously, we're pleased with what Harry did, but and I'm sure Essendon's happy with what Ben was able to get. But I'm sure they'll face up against each other sometime soon. Thanks, guys. Cheers.